Learning lessons from our past is becoming more and more important each and every day. Today, we are joined by a multi-award-winning author, Richard C. Lyons. He is here to talk about his new book called Shadows of the Acropolis, Volume 2. Richard, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, Lisa.
Now, I love the whole premise of this book, but could you give our viewers kind of an overview of what the book is about?
Well, in recent years, I wondered what a lot of Americans are wondering. How has our government changed? It seems to be different nowadays. Every election seems to be win or lose everything, and people are angry after elections. They feel unrepresented. So I wanted to make a book that focused on how our government was founded and how it has changed. And so in a certain area, I compared George Washington with Woodrow Wilson. Then I compare Adam Smith and free enterprise with the New Deal. Then I compare self-reliance with the Great Society. And so I parallel them and show what has changed over 100 years and how power has moved from we as individuals and our states to the federal government. It's been an amazing shift.
How is the American democracy different from other democracies from around the world?
Well, I would show you the first volume of the series. This is DNA of Democracy, and this describes exactly how ours is different and how it took elements from Athens, elements from Rome and Britain into our Constitution. Now, Shadows of the Acropolis shows how we've departed from that and are becoming actually more European. Now, Europe hasn't really changed. There's still a massive bureaucracy, right? And we are becoming one.
Yeah.
And that's what the change is. So rather than Europe after World War II becoming like us, since World War II, we're becoming more like Europe.
Interesting. How would you describe the current state of American democracy right now?
I would say we're at a Y in the road, and we've faced them before, where you have to choose what sort of government you want, whether you want a government that governs the least or you want a government that governs the most. And we're at that Y in the road right now. It's a really pivotal time. So I wrote these books in order to illuminate for a common reader what that means.
Also, I would love to get your opinion on what you think are the most critical or pressing concerns facing democracy today. What would you say?
I think it is the overgrowth of power in the executive branch. I think it is the proliferation of agencies under one branch of government. There are over 400 agencies now that create rules that act like laws that are never reviewed by the Supreme Court. And that is, it's administration law. It's administrative law rather than representative law.
What would you say is the overall tone of your book?
The tone is explanatory. The tone is, it's like you and I talking right here. It's just I took the time to answer a question we're all asking, and I took the time to be able to research it and explain it in a way that everyone can understand. So it's in a story narrative form, easy to read, and I think after reading it, you'll get the idea of what I'm talking about, the idea of why now half the country's angry, no matter who gets elected president. That often has become win it or lose it all, right? You either win or lose. Half the country loses. That wasn't the case 100 years ago. We all felt represented. So,
going beyond the book, what's next for you now?
I'm going to write volume 3, and I'm going to take a year to write a screenplay. But then I'm going to go to volume 3, which is going to be called Dynamics in Democracy, which takes human behavior and applies it to democratic form of government.
Love it. I really do. Richard, thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Great to be here. Have a good day.